See, Roy Cohn in the 80s was an intermediate between Fat Tony Salerno and Carmen Galante, and the five families controlled the concrete and the unions in the 80s. So Trump was an associate through Roy Cohn paying kickbacks to the union in order to get concrete and windows installed and drywall installed in his buildings at the Hyatt building, at the Trump Tower building. So Trump used Roy Cohn as an emissary to the five families. Uh, Roger Stone went on the podcast with Joey Molino 2 days before the election. Joey Molino was playing golf in Mar-a-Lago around 2 days before the election. This photograph was taken at a different time of Joey Molino and Trump. But Joey Molino has relationships with Roger Stone. Nicodemo Scarfo, back in the 80s, gave concrete and had unions. He was involved. Nicodemo Scarfo controlled union casino employees in the Trump Tower. He provided concrete. So Trump has always been an associate of the mob. He's always been paying them kickbacks to get his jobs done, his development. He considered that part of the doing business in New York was to be an associate with the mob in order to pay the union or pay their bosses underneath the table, the five families that controlled the unions in the 80s. So Trump has always been an associate. So Roy Cohn was his intermediate ambassador with the five families, and that's how Trump got his development jobs. Roger Stone has a relationship with Joey Molino, and Joey Molino has a personal membership in Mar-a-Lago, and he goes to play golf. He was in there 2 days playing golf before the elections. Even Amber Rose. Amber Rose was opening up a rally for Trump. Amber Rose grew up in South Philly, connected with Joey Molino, and she's a hip hop artist, and she's half Irish, half Italian, and she pals around with the hip hop communities, and so she has underworld connections. And Trump invited Amber Rose to open up her rallies in 2024. So Trump always been flirting with the underworld. Like he likes to glorify Alphonse Capone, with his mug shots on coffee mugs. The Russian mob used to park their money into Trump condominiums. So Trump had an associate within the Trump Tower. That the guy to the right and the guy in the middle was Russian, associated with the Russian mob boss of Russia, this guy right here. And they used to launder money and buy Trump condominiums to park their money and to launder it into Trump's real estate. And so they wanted to get a Moscow Tower out of Trump in 2015. The Trump associated, and this is John Elite. He was the underboss for the Gotti family. The strong man for Gotti Jr. He was the muscle for Gotti Jr. So Trump has a record of associating with mobsters that go back to the 80s. And he loves hobnobbing with mobsters like they're celebritons like Alphonse Capone. The great Alphonse Capone. Trump loves to brag about his adornment for certain. He likes to feel like he can rub shoulders with mobsters. It makes him feel some type of cockiness. So Trump business partners were tied directly with the Russian mob. They worked in the Trump Tower. They laundered money into Trump's condominiums to park their money and then launder it out while they sell the condominiums for profits. They were working in offices 2 floors underneath Trump's, or a floor underneath Trump's office, Trump's business association. So yeah, Trump since the 1980s been associating with mobsters. That's nothing new. He has a track record of it. In New Jersey, he depended on Nicodemo Scarfo and the unions that Nicodemo Scarfo controlled in the casinos of the boardwalk, and also the Scarfo Inc. helped build the casinos. So yeah, Trump is always used to line the pockets, the construction industries, the unions that were controlled by the mobs, to get his real estate development deals fulfilled on time and on budget. If you get what I'm saying.